For the answer has expired. Senator Hughes.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Sport, Senator Colbeck. Can the Minister outline to the Senate how Australia will take part in the Tokyo Paralympics?
Order. Sorry, Senator Hughes, please. I have repeatedly asked for silence during questions. Senator Hughes can start the question again.
Mr President, my question is to the Minister for Sport, Senator Colbeck. Can the Minister please outline to the Senate how Australia will take part in the Tokyo Paralympics?
The Minister for Sport, Senator Colbeck.
Thank you, Mr President. Can I thank the Senator for her question and acknowledge her interest? Mr President, the Tokyo Paralympics begins tomorrow with the holding of the opening ceremony and runs through to the 5th of September. I don't know about other senators, Mr President, but I am certainly looking forward to watching these Paralympic Games just as many Australians watched and enjoyed the Olympics that occurred just recently, and the pride of Australia from a Paralympic perspective will be on show for the world to see. These Paralympics, Mr President, offer another important opportunity for Australians to unite, celebrate the individual efforts of athletes who've overcome some extraordinary odds, Mr President. Paralympians in particular have done that. Athletes will be representing 163 nations and compete across 22 sports. Just like their Olympic counterparts, this Paralympic team is a source of inspiration to absolutely every one of us. Australia's team in Tokyo will be the largest ever at an overseas Paralympics and the biggest since Sydney in 2000 with 179 athletes. They will compete in 18 sports, including the debut disciplines of para-taekwondo and para-badminton. The team includes soon-to-be 7-time Paralympians, Danni Toro and Christie Dawes, as well as 84 athletes making their Olympic Games debut. The success of our athletes, Mr President, depends very much on the team behind the team, and the Australian Institute of Sport must be commended for its leadership, assisting sports athletes, particularly in managing the challenges of the pandemic. Can I say to Paralympics Australia, the President Jocko Callaghan, the Chief Executive Officer Lynn Anderson and the Chef de Mission Kate McLaughlin, thank you for your work
the answer has expired. Senator Hughes, a supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Minister, how is the Liberal and Nationals government supporting Australia's Paralympic team to get to and perform to their best in Tokyo?
Senator Colbeck.
Thank you, Mr President. Mr President, the Australian government is proud to support our athletes in achieving their Paralympic dreams. In fact, more than 85% of athletes competing in Tokyo have received direct grants through the Australian Institute of Sport. This is in addition to other support for Paralympics Australia and para-athletes, including $3.5 million in this year's budget to support Paralympics Australia to fund additional COVID-19 related costs such as charter flights and return quarantine arrangements for athletes and their supportive staff participating in the 2021 Tokyo Paralympic Games. $4.5 million in 2021 and 21-22 in increased funding direct to 13 Paralympic high-performance sports in national sporting organisations to enhance preparations for Tokyo and beyond. $8 million over 3 years from 18-19 to support the Australian Paralympic team
Colbeck.
To prepare for these
Senator
Games.
Hughes, a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Why is the Paralympics important to the broader population of the Australian community?
Senator Colbeck.
Thank you, Mr President. The Paralympics and our para-athletes, as I've said, are an inspiration to us all, as well as elite athletes in their respective sports. These athletes have some extraordinary tales of hardship that they've overcome to be competing in these games. They are an enormous demonstration of how sport and physical activity can play an important role in our lives and, in some circumstances, Mr President, give an opportunity that would not exist otherwise. And that's very much the case with the story of some of our para-athletes. they have opportunities that they would not have otherwise had. Mr President, can I say to all Australians, I hope you enjoy the 2020 Paralympics. I look forward to watching them, and I look forward to cheering on our athletes to do their best, as I know that they're aspiring to do over the next few weeks.
Colbeck, Senator